back to it. We're at like 75%, let's say, today. A couple days ago I had food poisoning, and so that delayed training a little bit, and I just didn't trust food, really. I didn't want to risk eating anything that would kind of keep me in the bathroom. So I didn't get the calories I've been consistently getting, nor has my energy been great. So we're transitioning over to a deload this week. Although this is a deload, I still got my belts, I got my straps. It's gonna be still relatively heavy, but I want to keep the gear for it. But obviously, depending on how my stomach feels, that's going to dictate how everything else goes. We're gonna be bumping up the rounds on the sled to 8 minutes with a lighter weight, of course. Last week was probably too heavy. So I'm kind of focused on that's gonna be the more difficult of things to do today. And then instead of 3 rounds of everything afterwards, we're gonna do 2 rounds. Still thinking about going a little heavier or sticking with the same weight. Just gonna change or put on shoes for the sled. Fun fact, the most I've hit with 385 is 16 reps. Maybe I'll just add that, but it was on an axle bar. An axle bar is completely smooth and it's 2 inches in diameter. We're gonna do another EMOM today. Instead of 210 pounds on the sled, we got 150. So I can be a little bit faster. At least that's the intention. We got 8 minutes of that, or until my asthma sets in, but hopefully we won't feel that way. Hopefully we can get through it and then move along. Got my stopwatch. We're gonna play some good music. And I'll probably just show you like the last 1 or 2 like I've done before. All right, no quads yet, just regular. And then we'll see how those look afterwards. All right, let's get to it. Lungs are dying. Does that look any different? Feels a little tighter, but it doesn't feel as bad as last week. Session 2. We got some axle push press today. We're gonna do 2 sets of 8 reps. I think we'll see how it goes, how it feels, but 165 is kind of what I have in mind. On top of just normal routine, just instead of 3 sets, we're doing 2 sets. Yeah. So we're going to start with our normal warm-up. Oh, I'm feeling tired. I got like asthma kicking in today, so these higher reps are feeling. So I got 30 pounds here. We're just gonna stick with that for today. I only got like 2 sets of that anyway, so. Whew, I'm feeling it. That felt like it was moving really well. We'll review the film, but man, it just didn't feel consistent. Yeah, so looking at the film, each rep looked really good. It just didn't feel that good. I think it looks like my feet were pretty narrow. I don't know if that's what's messing with me. It didn't feel like it was an issue. So I don't know if I have to go wider. I'm kind of just a little out of sorts today. But compared to at least the log press from the last session, which was a little unstable to say the least, this is looking smooth, looking strong, moving well. Doesn't really look like there's any changes from rep 1 to rep 8, which is awesome. It just doesn't feel awesome. So the goal will be to get another set of 8. Let's see what we got. both the barbell movements, 10 pounds heavier than last session. I don't think I got the reps that I was hoping for, a couple less. I just didn't feel like pushing too much today. I'm mentally feeling pretty good, physically still feeling kind of, you know, this week has been already a bit of a slow start because of being sick, but we're just gonna keep on moving. We're finishing off, we're gonna do some of those curls and a lot of band and tricep work. That is something, because it's such smaller muscle groups and the weight isn't really that heavy, like the deadlift or something, we can stick to the same rep scheme and set scheme. So we'll do 3 rounds of that. Overall, I think it was better than how it felt, and that's pretty important. Thinking about this all, you know, we got a handful of weeks till off season is kind of done. I think in the future, I would have a separate press day with fewer back exercises, and then have a separate back day altogether. I think that would be fun and useful. So I'm sure next year, in the midst of all the plans, I'll kind of shift to something like that when we have a few competitions maybe that aren't highest priority for me. But we'll see. I think that would be great. I think that would be super useful, like when I'm using like elbow sleeves, I cannot use those during any pulling. It just gets in the way. And the dealing with, you know, having to put them on for a press, take them off for a pull, back and forth, might not be successful. So something to think about. All right, let's clean up.